is there room in that for these Fabian socialists to creep in? And how do they take over these enterprises that would seem to be institutionally committed to the business of making money?
Well, that was the mystery. The Fabian Socialist Society was established in 1884, hence 1 century later being 1984 for George Orwell's title. And they weren't able to figure this out really until the middle 2010s, which is when the ESG phenomenon actually was, the laws were changed in investment by Barack Obama, and it opened up the ability to do ESG investing on a scale that's never been considered before. So before that, it wasn't possible to make this profitable for the individuals involved. It's profitable for them, not for their corporations, because now they don't have to make a good product and pay attention necessarily to the American, especially, or Western consumer market. They're paying attention to what their stock prices are doing and how they're fluctuating and what rewards they get in terms of executive compensation by being ESG compliant. So these big financial entities, these asset managers like BlackRock and Vanguard and State Street, can pull them around and create an incentive structure that's more profitable for the players involved to do that than to run a good company. Simultaneously, they've built up this productive socialism, if we might use that kind of oxymoronic term, under the Deng Xiaoping model in China. And you have the largest consumer economy and the largest world's manufacturing base for cheap labor happening in China. So the Chinese, being that Deng Xiaoping said all of what he was doing would be for the glory of socialism and to advance what he called communism with Chinese characteristics. Since they have this massive two-pronged lever, which is a giant consumer economy of billions, of over 1 billion people, and the manufacturing base of the world, they can set the terms. If you want access to their market, or if you want to be able to do your manufacturing, your primary manufacturing in China, you have to play by the Chinese, the CCPs, I should say, model. You have to agree to what they are. For example, former Congressman Dennis Kucinich was talking on the Timcast show a few months ago and said that when he was in office, now this was a while ago, 10 years ago, when he was in office, Boeing representatives would come and lobby his office frequently to change the rules, because part of the price of admission for Boeing to the Chinese market would be to hand over various details of how Boeing aircraft are made. The usual scam is, if you want to have a Boeing aircraft that's going to be taken up by, say, Air China, that's fine, but Boeing has to give us the instructions on how to manufacture the landing gear, and the landing gear will be made in China. So now they get that intellectual property of how to create advanced landing gear, which of course they apply in the Chinese military.